gentlemen, today we're going to be talking about the most unique maps in Call of Duty history. We're going to be playing them as well. And I feel like what better map to start on than Kowloon? And part of the reason being is this guy right here. Oh, man. Yes! Look how revolutionary that was. Yes, it's Kowloon, and that's an active zip line on the map. Don't ask me why it was so iconic. It just was back in the day. And I believe, yes, this was the cooler one because there was actually nothing down below. It was just a wide open area where you could just fall if you wanted to. Now, obviously, there's a walk up over here. But man, this was so cool back in the day for Black Ops 1. I feel like Black Ops 1's DLCs really set the standard for maps and how good they were. Obviously, too, if you played the Black Ops 1 campaign, this is actually based around a map in the campaign where you're running on the walls. And actually, I believe there's an Easter egg in this game as well where there's like the thunder gun. So there's a lot of Easter eggs on this map. But the biggest thing about it was, oh, I see the arrow now. You can see it. Look. See the yellow where it says it's going this way? So you can't use it reverse. You can only use it the opposite way. But this is what impressed us Call of Duty fans back in the day. It was just something. Oh, wait a second. Look at this. Dude, this map, I'm telling you what, it has actually got a lot of cool things in it. I argue this because I did a video the other day about DLC maps being better than like these free-to-play maps. And I'm going to argue it again. I still think that they're better. And obviously, I don't know if you saw it in the beginning of this video too, was the freaking airplane over top. If you played Search and Destroy, you would know that because it happened every single round. Look at that. Look at the flank there by me. And you know what? Just to top it off. Wait a second. This game. Oh, no. It doesn't have the MW2 chickens are dead. Worst map ever. But also, in all seriousness, would I like to see Kowloon come back? Absolutely, man. This is an unbelievable map. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are back on Black Ops 1. And again, these maps are just unique. I think that's the biggest word to put them in. I think that's why I titled it. But this is Berlin Wall. And what makes this one so unique, it doesn't look like anything crazy. But if you see this little area, this is what you like to call no man's land. This is what they called it. And pretty much, if you stay in this little area too long, there's going to be some turrets. I think it's just right there, actually, that will shoot you. Now, I don't know if it's actually possible to make it over here. I believe I have marathon and lightweight on this one. So we're going to give it a go. Let's see if we can go. Come on.
Our spy plane's in the air.
I actually don't know if there's a way to make it across. Hold on. Let me try one more time. Can I get under here? Come on. No! So really it really creates these two lanes, and you cannot get past it. Some people probably liked it back in the day. I would say if you look up this map on like YouTube, people are probably like, this map's terrible. Because it kind of was just this random stuff that you died to. Besides that, though, that is the most unique area. What does this say? Somebody translate this for me in the comments. Can I shoot these guys? Is there somebody in there?
Enemy care package inbound.
Did that work? Let's find out. Go. Hold on. No! Oh, I got to try it one more time. Hold on a second. That was the route. You see me moving and grooving? Shout out Berlin Wall and Black Ops 1, man. That's a poor run. But would I want to see this one come back? Probably not, because this would be kind of bad. Plus, the speed of like Black Ops 7 now, you probably could get across this. It wouldn't be as cool. But it's definitely a little bit of a gimmick, but I do think it's still unique, and I like it, but I wouldn't want to see it remastered. Well, guys, if you played Black Ops 2 back in the day and back in its heyday, you might recognize this map, and maybe you don't because you never got to buy the DLC, but this is a map called Hydro. I think it was in maybe the second or third DLC. Could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. But this is a dam. It kind of reminds me of the Blackout Dam now that I think about it. Wait a second. This could be a discovery of a lifetime here. This might be the dam from Blackout. I'm just putting that together. This was another instance where the maps kind of got, I don't know. I want to say unique. I want to say, like, I know that's the word I keep using, but just different. Like something would happen in it to kind of change the map up a little bit. But what happens with this map is actually something that was very unique to the time. Now, Berlin Wall, like we talked about, and Kowloon had the zip line, but this map actually moves and changes. So we're going to sit around this area and I'm going to show you the movement if I don't die, which would be depressing if I did. Here it comes. Here it comes. The red lights are on. Halfway through the map, it actually becomes a, I guess the dam gets loose and it becomes where let me see here. Can you cross this now? Yes, you can. So it's kind of like the train from Express, where it happens a couple times per game and it kind of takes you out and takes you out of the map, can kill you. Now, it doesn't stay there forever. I thought it might have. I actually thought it did for a second, but it's just one of those, like, in changing the maps, changing the way the thing flows, keeping you on one side. If you know, if you get stuck on this side of the bomb and then you want to try to cross, but that's going, you have to like totally change the way you were kind of moving across the map. I want to see if it does it another time, but that was one. But I love the way that they tried to start doing that kind of stuff. It'll lead us into another map down the line. But as you can see, like these would pile up, flow up, and you would just get taken out. I love the idea, man. I really do. Hydro is one of my favorite maps. I feel like it feels like a BO2 map, and I know it's in BO2, but it feels like it could have been a launch map. And for that, I'd like to see it come back. I think it would flow well in today's games. I am so excited to talk about this map. And I got a couple of random crazy opinions right now about Call of Duty Ghost. This is the map Fog. And you probably remember it because of a little character, a little movie character that you could get as a kill streak or like a field order in this game. And that would be Michael Myers. Now, if we get this briefcase here, earn 1 kill while prone. But if we complete this, we have a chance to get the Michael Myers kill streak. It's highly unlikely. It didn't happen every time. But as you can see, this is based around the movie. It's based around the Michael Myers movie. And it just felt like a collab that was really, really well done. It fit Ghost. It fit the time period. It fit like the broken down, war-torn map. It didn't feel out of place. And this is when collabs didn't really happen a ton. Like, they happened, but it wasn't all over the place. Where is everybody? There it is, field order. Can we get the field order on the first try? So you would get your field order. By the way, field orders are actually I really like field orders, to be honest. And if you did what they said on the field order, you would get a kill streak. Is it Michael Myers? It's not. It would have been cool, man. But we're gonna go around and kind of just showcase this map. I mean, there's just so many eerie things about it. Like, obviously, yeah, we got a fire pit. We're out in the middle of the whatever this area is called. You got sheds with like all these references to older movies and horror films. It's just an eerie map to be in. And again, this is what I say. Like, there's the boat. I mean, I think that boat, is that the boat from Jaws? I can't remember what I researched this back in the day, but it's just a very eerie map. And Ghost, I got to be honest with you, I can't stand the default maps on Ghost, but the DLC maps might have, look at this. Let's breach it a little bit. Let's do a little dynamic map here. Look at this. And now we got this little creepy area down here. Skeletons everywhere. Yeah, it's not good. But the DLC maps from Call of Duty Ghosts, literally, I think if they would have been the default maps, this game would have been received so much more, like so much better. There's just a ton that were fun. And they had these, they had the Predator one, they had this one. There was a Gold Rush one where you could actually be inside of like a, what is that called? Like a go-kart kind of thing. It's not the word for it, but you know, people are probably going to argue with me. T, I thought you didn't like collabs. Well, the difference with this collab was it was to this game. It was to this map. So it wasn't like you could be Michael Myers on every single map and it ruined the flow of other ones. You knew once you got Fog, there was a potential that Michael Myers showed up. But guess what? It didn't always show up. So it made it special. And I think that is what Call of Duty nowadays is missing. It's missing like rarity. so you don't get something all the time. Let me see if I can get one more kill and see if I get another field order. I doubt I will. Oh, field order. Hold on a second. We have our heading. What do we need? 3 non-kill streaks. Wait, so just get 3 kills in a row? Hold on a second. Let me turn up for the team real quick. There it is. There it is. Field order. Give me Michael Myers. Give me Michael Myers as the spirit goes across. That's it. This is it. Woo! Oh, come on. Come on. We got another field order. Dude. Dude, this is so good. With the music in the background. I would take this map again. I would like to see this map come back with the Michael Myers thing dedicated to this map. All right, so spoiler alert. I'm just gonna say it early with this one. This is one of my favorite maps in Call of Duty history, and it's a DLC map, and it is Micro from Black Ops 3. Number one, let's talk about how colorful this map is. And then number two, if you're really paying attention to what is going on with this map, you'll realize that we're in a little bit of a cookout. We are in the middle of, I guess, a blanket or some sort of party. And oh, how can you forget the hot dogs, man? We're shrunken down, and you get it, guys. Micro, small. Here we are inside of this. Everything's around us. It's like, I mean, this is just such a cool concept, man. This is such a look at the ice cold. I'm telling you guys, look how bright the blue is here. I mean, I'm not trying to gas up older Call of Duty, but I kind of am. I look at these maps and I go, look at the creativity with these. It is amazing to me. And as you can see, we got a pool. We got the house. Wait a second. I might be discovering something. That's not the... Is that a Black Ops 2 house? Like the raid house? I don't think it is. I don't think it is. But that would be an insane discovery in 2026. But I want you to pay attention to a few other things over here. Like I keep trying to go over here and just show. I'm trying to look around here for a second. Look at this, man. Look how good. This game is 11 years old. Does anybody understand that? Now, I don't think there's anything that changes inside of the map like the Black Ops 2 stuff that we've been going over. But I think the coolest thing about this is just seeing all the different things on the table, the donuts, the hot dogs. And I think over here too, where we just were, if I can get over here, we got like the hot dogs cooking on the grill. Now it doesn't burn you, which is actually surprising. We got the patio in the back here with the chairs, but listen over here.
UAV ready for tasking.
You even got the ice cold. The ice kind of just got that noise. It's got the condensation coming down from the bottles. But this was kind of the first iteration of shrinking somebody down into a map, and we'll get to another one in a little bit here too. That has a very similar feature in it. It's so good. It really is just so freaking good. Would I want Micro back? Yeah. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, here we are in Advanced Warfare, and Advanced Warfare brings us to the map Recovery. Now, it doesn't look like anything crazy at first, but we're going to talk about this because this map, it changed a lot, and you'll see very momentarily about that. But I want to talk about, to go back, we need to go to Ghosts. So obviously we saw that there were field orders that affected the maps and what you could do. There was actually a field order in Strike Zone, the map with a hot dog, that sometimes you would get a chem strike, and that chem strike would change the map completely on its toes. Like it would be a completely different map. That was like something that Call of Duty was trying to do inside of the game, I guess, to make the maps unique. Kind of like they were, honestly, to me, they were always copying Battlefield, and you had to get a field order for it to work. Now, Advanced Warfare was the first Call of Duty that kind of brought this, change the map and make everything different, and it not be tied to a field upgrade or a kill streak or anything like that. So this map, I believe, if I remember my knowledge correctly, this map should completely change halfway through the map. So we put a timer on for 5 minutes, and dude, I haven't used these guns in forever. What is this, the AE4? Dude, I actually sometimes don't mind the laser guns in moderation. In Advanced Warfare, it made sense. But as you can see, the map, there's nothing crazy about this map. There's nothing, it actually is a really good map, by the way. I love it. Believe it or not, once we get to the other half, I'll give you my thoughts on that other half. Spoiler alert, I feel like the first half is way better than the second half. And I'm hoping it actually happens in this free-for-all, that it changes. But we're going to chill here for a second. And we're going to see if this midway would be about right now. Okay, so an alarm goes off midway through the map telling you that there's an emergency evacuation needing to happen right now. As you can see, things are kind of stirring up here in the background. The entire map is telling you to get out and leave the premises immediately. So here we are. We follow these, guidelines here. And now, as you can see, these doors were closed and now they're open. So now the map is a totally different aspect here. Oh, okay. So this is like a, what is happening here? Like a volcano, or like, what is this? Maybe this is where they got the idea of Warzone. So I don't know what actually happened. I've never stayed in this before. The doors are shutting. The gas is in here. It's me and this guy left. Assisted suicide. Okay, so what happens when and you just die, and that's it. So now in the last half, the second half of the map, you are closed off from the first half of the map, and it becomes a totally different map. I think the first half is a little bit more close quarters, and then this one really opens up to be a lot bigger and bigger line of sights. I always remember, not me personally, but like a lot of people would switch to snipers, and I would like switch to like the BAL 27 because I would always use the ASM-1. And then I'm like, okay, I can't shoot the ASM-1 from this far away. As you can see, I mean, I can, but it's not pretty. So we'd switch to the BAL. But again, this is Call of Duty testing unique things, and I didn't hate it. I will say I probably wouldn't want this one remastered. I love the first half of this map. I don't like the second half. Okay, so I know I said Micro was probably my favorite on the list so far. This one might be my top two. We are in World War II, and this is Sandbox. And as you can see, it is very similar to Micro. Now we're in a search and destroy. This is a public match, a 1v1. But as you can see, we are a shrunken down soldier inside of the HQ. And it's very similar to Micro. You got the baseball here. You got a bunch of stuff in the sand pit. You got this dude chilling. And it's just an overall, like, I just love the vibe of these. You got these guys playing baseball. Oh, come on, man. What a unique idea, a fun idea. And I think what was really cool about this one too is these plastic soldiers are scattered throughout the map, so you're actually a plastic soldier. So if we might come across this guy, I'm not sure. There he is right there. But that is a plastic soldier. I don't know if you remember the guys. There's a game on N64. It literally, I think it was called Plastic Soldiers, and it makes it makes this game, like this map itself, really. Look at him right there underneath the intermission. There are people just propped up, and you're like, wait a second, is that a real person or not? So let me see if I can go up top here. Up top here, usually there's some there, some over here. But if you go up top, I believe there are some like in the, yeah. So like, it looks like there's real people in the middle of the map, because obviously gray is him and I'm green. So you'd be like, okay, wait a second. Are they, and you would just start shooting them randomly. I just love, obviously this side of the map is a little bit different than the other side, but it's just a big sandbox. And I just love it, man. This guy puts the bomb down. I gotta tip it. And by the way, this is a public match. We're in a 1v1. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. You put me in a 1v1, search and destroy. I want the ball. Give me the ball in my hands. All right, let's see what we got here. I want to get one more round win here, just to do it for the sake of the Gipper. Whoa! Like I said, you're trying to figure out if that's a real person or not. One of the coolest things about this map too is that it's in the HQ. I will stand by this forever. I don't know why the HQ wasn't a feature in other Call of Duties. I feel like they had such a good thing going with that idea, and they just threw it in the garbage can. And I know I talked to Greg on the Going Dark podcast, me and Chopper's Pod. And I know like there was like some stuff about it that was like a struggle to kind of maintain with like connection and all that stuff. But it's like, can we not get better over time? You know, wouldn't it get better over time? They would learn what worked and learn what didn't work. I don't know. It seems kind of weird. Okay. Game 7 right now. Game 7 on the line. Can we win this search and destroy 1v1? I got distracted with my commentary, but here we go. He's going to think I'm going up top. You know what? Let's get the bomb. Let's get the bomb and let's go underground. Because he went B. He's went B both times. Look at this. I lost game 7. Well, guys, now we're on to Cold War, and there's actually no real way to play this in a public match, so we're just gonna kind of walk around here for a second. This is called Deprogrammed from Cold War. It was a DLC map, and I gotta be honest with you, I think Cold War kind of knocked it out of the park with some of these. If you played Cold War, the game, the campaign, I mean, you will recognize a lot of this stuff from it's just, it feels like it's inside of Bell's head, and there's a lot of different things that happen. There's actually one mission where you kind of disobey Adler, or you can obey him or you disobey him, and you kind of run through this like forest area. I mean, look at this, man. I have actually never looked around this map. I mean, dude, there is a different level in every single area of this map, and obviously it's a very trippy experience. And to me, this kind of screams a little bit of Black Ops 1, an elevator you can't get into. It's just cracked open. Just the different parts of the campaign itself. I don't think you can get up here either. There is a spot. I believe the red door is in here somewhere. I got to find out where it's at. But Galaxy Room is obviously an area in the campaign. Look at the red door, man. That should look recognizable even if you didn't play the campaign. This was a huge Warzone update. Look at the audio happening in the background. Do you think he suspects anything? And then this should... I mean, come on, man. Like the TV. And then this is like kind of a power position because you cannot get up here except for this area here. So if you get up into this spot, it's not a bad little spot to chill. There's just little areas everywhere that keep you reminded of the campaign and even the older CODs like Black Ops 1. Here's the Pines with that. That's another DLC map. This is honestly probably one of my favorite maps in Cold War, and it didn't... I mean, this came out very late in the life cycle, but as you can see, trippy. It bases it off the campaign, which you guys know I'm a fan of. What is this here? This changed. I don't think this would play well in like Black Ops 7, but I love it. I love when campaign maps or maps are based around the campaign levels. I love it so much. Even the numbers are here. Look at that. We're surrounded by one big, like, Under the Dome. If anybody watched that show back in the day. This would not go well with BO7, but I love this map. All right, folks. So next up, we have one that I think is just an iconic a map or whatever you want to call it. This idea, I think, is just awesome. Now, we are in the new MW3. Maybe some of you guys never even played this game before, but this is called Get High, I believe is what it's called. Yeah, Get High. So a quick summary about this map is it's actually based around a mode that came in, I would say, about halfway during the life cycle of MW3. And it was this mode where you kind of, I don't know how to describe it besides the fact that you could, like, you're climbing this entire area, setting records, trying to get it completed. It's like an obstacle course, I guess I would say, and you try to get it done as quickly as possible. And it looks like this. And it actually was a really, really cool concept. And so I guess they thought it would just be good to make it into multiplayer map as well. Now, what's cool about this is it's got some like variables of how the map works. Like it changes throughout, and like stuff will push you one way. There'll be doors that unlock. Obviously these are like it's a wall and now it's not a wall. So there's like different ways to do cover. I think there's something in the middle here where if you like, I think you can get like pushed down. Let me see if I can make it over there. Obviously Get Higher became really, really popular as a mode. Like you had people trying to set records. You had people doing it like for content. Yeah, here it is. You slide down and I mean, whoa, hey, yo. So you had a lot of different things and it kind of became, and I can't remember what the mode is right now in Black Ops 3, where it was like an obstacle course as well. and you tried to like, you know, set record times. And it kind of reminds me of that, but they never really built anything off of that in multiplayer. It was just like that simple mode and that was it. And they never really changed anything around. And apparently Get Higher is supposed to return at some point. I don't know if it's in Black Ops 7 or in Modern Warfare 4. I'm telling you, it was very popular. And they actually have another version of this map too that's like a replica to Shipment. It's like a variation of Shipment with this same kind of color scheme and layout and design. Now, there's not anything moving in that one, but you know, we can show a picture of it here real quick because I did play it for this video and was on the wrong map. But yeah, as you can see, it's just a cool concept. There's different variables to the map. And I am a big fan sometimes of map movement and things happening over time in the map. Just maybe not too much. Like, I don't want every map to do it, but I think when it's random like this and it's a cool concept, I'm down. So MW3, I was going to say I'd like to see it come back, but I think it's going to come back whether I like it or not. Let me slide down here and get a kill real quick. Hang on. Down here. Meow. Bada bing. Okay, never mind. We'll do that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is some of the most unique maps in Call of Duty history. I had a blast playing these, revisiting them, learning some secrets and some things that I didn't even know with them. Let me know what you think is the most unique map in Call of Duty history. I gotta guess it's one of these, and if not, maybe I missed it. So again, put it in the comments down below. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.